Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Black Eyes with me, Alpha Pi Omega, and Turkey. So it's 12th of June 1942 and we are still unable to join the war. I actually took a long break from recording. I've played some Timbleborn, I've played some Stubble Monarch, and slowly you guys for catching up to where we are. You're about 3 episodes behind right now, so it gave me a little bit of an insight into what you guys were talking about and what you think. Thank God there weren't any major mistakes that I've done that you would identify. Most of the things that you discussed, and it was even mentioned on my Discord, is the anti-tank support for our units. Yes, I would really like to research the medium anti-tank. You know, that makes sense. The issue with the medium anti-tank is it gives huge penalties to attack and movement in the mountains, and it's generally just a bad idea overall to add to your units if you're in difficult terrain. Now they're going to be good down the line and we're going to get it eventually, but for now I don't really expect massive resistance from our enemy. And furthermore, the moment we join the Axis, we're gonna gain the ability to license any kind of equipment from Germany, and we can actually go ahead and start manufacturing some really good anti-tank equipment from them. They have, I think, also heavy anti-tank, they got tank destroyers, stuff like that we can add to the units that are gonna face Russia. I mean Soviet Union in this case. Now what we also need to do is start producing the desert warfare equipment. I want to split my armies basically into 2 different armies. We'll have one that's going to support the invasion into the Caucasus and 2 that are going to march southward. So that is something that we need to think about and that we need to work with. Now we have quite a nice amount of manpower. We could recruit some more units, and I'm considering it. We are currently 20 days away from getting the first upgrade to our command structure. The next one will take another 272 days, which could be good, and armies would get extra situation, but I still don't think that's what we want to go. There was a question of what the mass assault doctrine does for manpower. I really don't think that it does much. To be quite honest, it's mostly boosting your units in regards to attrition and organization so that they can fight longer and recovery rate, but I don't think it actually affects at all the actual manpower pool. Yeah, it doesn't. So it just really builds upon the presumption that you already have a limitless amount of units. I think for us, we're just definitely gonna go with methodical battle doctrine. It just makes the most sense for me, because logically, usually I went for superior firepower as Germany and Japan. We went for mobile warfare. Assault operations I also don't think are relevant. So we're gonna go for the methodical battle doctrine. That's gonna offset some of the penalties that we have. And considering everything, I think we're gonna switch you to that, because you guys are gonna be switched to industry afterwards. Then we can maybe get a little bit more in regards to this. Each one of our unit needs how much manpower? It's about 20k now, 16.4. So you could reasonably get 2 more units, but I think it's gonna be better for us if we just retain some reserve manpower for this point. At this point it's gonna make more sense to us. Either way, other than everything we're doing relatively fine, stability is finally increasing again. War support is dropping, but we've already talked about that. We are going to invest the political power that we're gonna get in the upcoming weeks and months into war propaganda against Germany, which is gonna severely boost our war support, after which we might save up for war propaganda over there. I don't think there's anything. I mean, I would really like to boost fascism in my country, but I just don't think there's anything we can do The workforce would be also good. That's the button, more support 5%, but I think actually give us 90 days. That's more war support, way more war support, and way less stability. Alright, we got light artillery again. Nice. A boost to that is a boost to our efficiency. You don't boost the light, right? You boost... Oh no, you boost even the light anti-tank. So it makes sense to research you. But we also want the anti-air. So which one are we gonna go for? Is there any other equipment that we want? Arctic warfare, did we... Oh, okay, we're researching this. Jungle warfare. We could do the mortars first. Yeah, let's do the mortars first, then we're gonna switch to anti-tank. Yeah, you're gonna make it better. Cost a little bit, but you know, we can sacrifice that much because it's gonna boost the performance of these weapons significantly. Oh yeah, well, we have the light anti-tank here, 2.4. No, it's a light artillery. So we call this one Sanjak. So which ones did we have, the models? We had the Krupp, then we had the Toprak, then Sanjak, and now we get a new one. So what are we gonna call it? It's 105mm as well. I think. I think. No, the Bosdoan. Did we ever have the Tunch? I forgot that the Zerdeviji Bosdoan. Solid Herd. I don't think we had the Tunch. Alright, so let's rename this one. And it's gonna be 105. Let me just copy the name. 105 model. We're gonna call it Tunch. Alright, and Tunch. Where do we have you? There's no other organization that can actually use you. 2.5 or produce you 3.5. Yeah, you're much better. Soft attack 13.5. We had 12. Hard attack 0.6. You get a 0.67. You have 0.1 air attack. Really? That's interesting. Piercing 2.5. You got free reliability 40%. Yeah, Black Ice really isn't playing around when it comes to reliability of your equipment. It's just awful. Alright, so we went with infantry-based tactics. I wonder if that's gonna work as we thought it would. 2 times 20% bonus for core artillery. Alright, let's get that. And see if that's gonna help. Run the research. Yep, it does. Okay, methodical battle doctrine, as we expected. It helps. Cool. Glad I read that correctly. How are we doing on this? 78 out of 88. So if you... Oh, the offensive has renewed. Kinda interesting. I wonder what's gonna happen in here, like... The British actually landed some of their forces and they've been fighting, they encircled some of their units. We really should help them though. I don't like the idea that, you know, we're not helping. We're still relatively okay on the war support, but we really need more. So they're gonna give us 18 political power. And you give opposition support. That's also pretty good. Okay, we're 20.56. It's going 20.6. So there is a daily increase of 0.04 due to changes in other parties. Damn, this is gonna suck if it just blocks us. Like, I'm expecting that this should be doable. I mean, Germany will not accept us. Yeah, different ideology. Unless we can fix that, they will never allow us to join. And we've done pretty much everything that we could, and it's growing, you know. It's not that it's not growing. We are going to see. The authoritarian party. I mean, the elections are. Oh, no elections. All right. So we're done with elections, really. At this point, we are so done with elections, man. That's not gonna happen. Anyway, you guys are ready. Anything you wanted to change here? Not really. We wanted to give you more support. I would like to give you the anti-air. That's gonna help with air attack, heart attack, piercing. So that would be good, but we require 780 anti-air. But you know, if we get more factories, we're gonna actually be okay with doing this. If we want to do anything for you, I think it might be a good idea to actually do some of that counterintelligence. Reckless counterinsurgents, interrogation techniques, counterintelligence. Industrial espionage. Will give us more operative slots. So once we finish this, I'm gonna probably schedule more factories, and we're gonna start boosting our operational services. Now there is literally nothing that we can do when it comes to propaganda, yeah. Because it requires it's not the propaganda, it's the boost ideology, and it requires a spy network. And because of that, we cannot really use it on ourselves. So there really isn't any way how. I checked that there is one or two people who give, yeah, like Sukrukaya gives support to opposition, so we could take him, but the rest of these guys are socialist at best. Okay, here's the demobilization of the economy, which we're not gonna take. We're gonna get military parade, and then we're gonna start boosting more support. It'll be fine. It's gonna be close, but we get about 1 point every 3 days, so yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll get there about halfway through. I wish there was something that we could, you know, do here. Something else that we could do. You know, something more, but it doesn't seem like it. Alright, so we got a new machine gun model. Researching the uniforms out of time would be interesting. We should really start thinking about the anti-tank rifles though, because those are a really big support to anyone. And you then look at the piercing and heart attack. I don't want to, but we have to. Or the infantry guards. They don't help against anti-tank those. Oh, this one actually helps with the Special Forces capacity multiplier. I didn't know that. That's interesting. And you help with infantry weapons. Alright, let's go with the anti-tank rifle. That's something that we can actually add to our units reasonably soon. So handheld anti-tank rifle. Yeah, we're not gonna produce you. We're gonna produce the other ones, the later models. So let's not think about this. So we have the Atomic M40 Penge, and this one we're gonna call Atomic M42 Zahir. So let's rename you, and let's switch you guys. The Penge for the Zahir, 3.23 and 2.04. Yeah, it's a nice boost. 6,000, almost 7,000 need to be replaced. God damn. But yeah, most of the important ones goes immediately to our mountaineers who are the elite troops. Their soft attack is still fairly low. Infantry guns will really help with that, but what we need is have the mountaineers here. Interesting way we would also do well to take this area. There is a railway node here. But we would need to go all the way to this area to get the supply one. But it's mountains. That one would be easy to hold. Okay, so the inter-service HQ is done, and now we can go with the methodical battle. The only way to victory is by planning the perfect battle and our soldiers doing their utmost not to stray from the grand plan, mutual exclusive of superior firepower and other things. So let's get that one done. We'll need every single bonus that we can get here. Alright, we finished the mixed farms, which I believe gives a little bit of a bonus, doesn't it? Yeah, but not to what we're doing here. What we're doing it for is because of the livestock, isn't it? We wanted the stability. Yeah. I think there's... These ones are being researched. Oil. The rubber processing. This is still ahead of time. Yeah, the specialized plastics is something that we really want. Factor output plus 8%. It's really good, but it's gonna take time, so in the meantime we can go with livestock focus. By emphasizing selective breeding and improved feed programs, we will enhance livestock productivity. This approach will result in larger and healthier herds, increasing the production of meat, milk, and other essential animal products to support the war economy and civilian population. Mutual exclusive with electric fencing. Yeah, get that. Get that. That is what we need. Alright, I'm being put at Istanbul. Actually, I think that's quite okay. We can add more factories there. And once this one is done, it will be added on anti-air. Oh wow, we really have a lot of radios. How many radios are needed for a regular infantry unit? 130, so it's not as much as we would think it is. But I think we're still gonna add both of the factories on the anti-air because we will need a ton of it. Actually, we're gonna add additional one from the mountaineers here. Okay, artillery support is done. Send more equipment technicians to the west. Support HQ. Still wanted to purchase the aircraft from USA. 25 fighters to Turkey. I mean, we're most likely gonna get really old crappy things, so I'm not sure how well that's gonna go. Doctrine of bombardment. Let's go through these ones. Research bonus for support technology is gonna do us good. So we are at 21.61, but it's slowing down. 0.0, well, 0.04, it's still 0.04. Position party drift. Come on, get it. I wish there was anything else that I could do. For military agency upgrade time. Focus on people's problems. That helps the ruling party. They are fascism support. Anti-democratic raids. These ones would help, I think, but they're gonna destabilize us insanely. Ban democratic parties. We might have to do something like this eventually. But at this point it's just gonna tank our stability, but it might be the only way how we can get through this. So we'll need to get the war propaganda, and then we seriously need to think about this, because the moment we get banned the democratic parties, we would get a huge boost to stability, to popularity of how bad the political party, less stable support. That might be what we need. It might be better to take it a little bit later, but the 38% support, man, that's gonna tank us. Just imagine how bad that's gonna be. I don't think we have much of a choice. We need to take drastic measures if we want to join this. Oh, there's Stalingrad! I wanted to join them and fight there. But the advance is definitely slowed. Oh my dear God, Italy is getting eliminated here. No, I wanted to help them as well. That's gonna suck. We're gonna face the British alone then. Plus India, that's gonna suck. I can already feel how that's gonna suck. Okay, well, we're gonna 18, so it's gonna be 50, 62, and we need 75. Yeah, we'll be fine. We're still on a knife's edge, but this is crazy because when you look at how, I mean, Germany is most likely gonna send reinforcements, so will Italy and all of these guys. But extending the battle line to this area is gonna be really crazy. Now we can take Sinai and have a, if we're lucky. Actually, we cannot take Iraq, so we'll have to basically take this. I mean, we know that Iran is not an issue. And we know that Soviet Union is gonna be busy. So if we march quickly, we might take or push even to this area. Basically take this entire thing and then make a line across Tehran to Basra. That would be ideal. But Jesus Christ, it's gonna be complicated to pull off. Okay, I actually forgot to do the changes in the factories here. Oh, and I didn't want to do the support equipment. I wanted the mountaineer equipment to go there. So like this. So we're producing 2.5 per day. We're gonna go to about 3.5, which is gonna cut down significantly on the time of the time that we will need for entire. Okay, 65. So we need just 10, which is about 30 days. Yeah, we'll be okay. A little bit, you know, a little close, but we'll be fine. $22.60. I mean, it's growing. It's not like it's not growing, which means the penalty to stability is also dropping for this, isn't it? Yeah, it's 38.8 now. I mean, we're gonna do what we can. You know, it's not like we can do more than we can. Submarines, immunization advances, those are immediately giving us extra 13% population monthly. Which, you know, are not actually extremely significant. It's gonna give us about 80 extra people recruitable, so we're gonna jump to something like 700, 750. Then we get 7% here. And additional ones here, but instead we will need to immediately start working on these. I would like to go with you, the streamlined line and the concentrated industry. Gives us more benefit. And we'll need to then work on you. Retention growth. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of extra growth. And then you and you. Total war industrialization. Yeah, it's take the advanced motor production, but you know, it tanks your stability quite significantly. So unless we really do something with that, it's gonna take us some time. And that's where, you know, you usually use training the workforce for that. But as you can see, like, it costs 75, and that's something that we really do not have. It's kind of hard to tank your stability when you don't have one to begin with. I'm tempted to train more mountaineers. Okay, so we've sent more equipment technicians to the west. Now I can get you. I don't think that's actually gonna give us anything, but we can then use it to get the doctrine of bombardment, which is going to get us something. And then we're gonna move to defense of Anatolia. Alright, new tactic. Let's get new tactic rolling. How you doing? 23.08. Oh, it's crawling up. And Stalingrad remains undefeated. Yet again. Alright, we just need 20 more of you and we will be done. That is actually really good. I mean, it doesn't really tell us the whole story because we need to train, and we will then need to get you guys phased out. Because the difference here is just insane already, isn't it? 19.4, 43. Alright, well, it's not insane. I would have expected way more of a difference, but whatever. Nah, I don't care. But we're still need to start training them. Hello, we are full. We need to import them. We do not. And we still don't have enough enough to be self-sufficient, but we don't need to import anymore. Alright, white anti-tanks are almost all upgraded. The white artillery nowhere near. But you guys could already have... Wait, you're not using white artillery at all. What am I talking about? It's you guys. Yeah, the Dunge is coming. It's crazy how little their attack is. That's just insane. Alright, 70 days. We need like 3 weeks to kick in war propaganda to get above. It's gonna go for 90 days and then we get 60%. It's definitely gonna give us enough time to deal with banning the parties, I hope, in a way. Aren't we researching the new armored car? We aren't. It's interesting, I thought we would be. I can't really do it here anymore. It needs to be done by one of you guys. That's why we're not researching it. I completely abandoned the idea that we're gonna research the conquest. That's kinda hilarious, but you know, the amount of technologies that we would need to have a functional tankette, I guess the recon here is better. 6.5, it's not such a no, the heart attack is quite boosted. Breakthrough and armor goes up, yeah. So we should really get the Humber recon next. Right, improved worker safety. How nice is that? So now we can go with factory for training and later on foreign labor, because that's gonna free up a huge amount of recruitable population and also give us extra factory output while hitting the retention, growth and base. But that doesn't matter because we're gonna offset it by the line. Alright, so 196 days. By implementing structured on-the-job training program, we will accelerate worker specialization and reduce production errors. Training stations within factories will ensure new employees quickly learn essential skills, while experienced workers continue refining their techniques. This hands-on approach will lead to faster, more efficient manufacturing. All Italians are done. Literally. You've lost the game completely. No more propaganda. Come on, come on. Okay, here we go. So for now getting 0.6 per week, which is more than enough, and we'll be fine. Alright, on that note, I'm gonna end the episode here. The ITP is at 23.67, so almost at 24%. It is the strongest growing one. So is the authoritarian though. We don't want the ruling party support. I wish I could kill that. I don't think there's anything we can do with that though. How do you affect countries at peace? Attack. Position party support. We'll see. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.